So welcome to my reaction to the Nintendo Direct. Now, this has been a very hyped up Nintendo Direct. There's been so many people making videos about this, so many predictions. I've had my own. How did this Nintendo Direct live up to that? Well, I'm going to start off by saying no Nintendo Direct in the history of mankind could live up to the predictions and the wants of every single player out there. It'd be impossible, especially some of the outlandish things that I was saying. I was like, man, are we going to get, Mother 3? Are we going to get Star Tropics? Are we going to get Metroid Prime Trilogy? The list goes on and on and on. And like most Nintendo Directs, I always say this, that I thought it was good. I thought they delivered a lot of interesting games. There was a few surprises, some that I was really wondering about at the end. I'm like, what the hell is this? And so I've written out some notes. I'm gonna go through everything and talk about some of my feelings to do with all the main games that really had an impact on me. To start off with, I was so thrilled to see this as a starting off game, and that is Super Mario Maker 2 on the Nintendo Switch. That was rumored. We wanted it. I also wanted a Zelda Maker. I will settle for this. I thought it looked really amazing with the graphics of the original, but some new stuff added in. Graphics that actually, I had to bring this up, that looked like Super Mario 3D World. I was like, wow, they've really brought it to that level. And I loved the game so much. I loved torturing my friends with crazy levels that I would create. It would drive me nuts for that game because I devised some levels that were so insane that I would have a hard time beating, and then some of my friends would come over and beat it in one go. And then I'd create levels that they could not finish at all. It's just such a cool thing to try out your friends' levels, create your own Mario levels. It's a dream game, and I'm really happy to see that one. We're getting a lot of ports onto the Nintendo Switch, and obviously this is a port, but an upgraded one with a lot more stuff in there. I can't even believe the amount of stuff they had in there, and the graphical upgrade really made this a big highlight moment of this Nintendo Direct. Now, they also had Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 that's coming in 2019. They showed the 4-player options. I thought that was fine. I'm not a huge fan of that series. I have friends of mine that love it to death, and this is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, so I think for anybody who's looking forward to this game, I think you can have a lot of fun, but it's, for me, not my type of thing. Now, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I was like, what are we getting here? I can't wait to find out the updates. And they just said, we're doing an update, and we'll tell you about it later. So that was kind of frustrating. Obviously, Joker from Persona 5 is coming in there, but I wanted a few more details. I thought we would really hear a lot more about future DLC, and we didn't really get that. And I was kind of surprised that they kind of let that one down so much. I guess we'll get an update in the future about it, but what have you. They showed Bloodstained running on the Nintendo Switch, and it looked okay. It looked not bad, and it's coming in summer 2019. Obviously I'm a huge fan of Koji Igarashi, of his past work, Symphony of the Night. Bloodstained is a game that we're all super looking forward to. When you think about it, we kickstarted that game 3 years ago. 3 years ago and a bit now. And so I'm looking forward to finally playing it. I did play it at New York about a year ago, and I liked what I saw there, and I can't wait to see it come to Nintendo Switch and for all the other platforms as well. Okay, this one, my wife, I could hear her at work secretly screaming because Dragon Quest Builders 2 was announced, and it's coming July 12th. This is her most hyped game. She loved the original Dragon Quest Builders. She spent so many hours in the other room just building up her city, defending it from monsters, screaming madly as monsters came in and destroyed her city, and she would have to rebuild it. So she's really gonna love this one. There's a really cool 2D overhead map as well. Kind of takes you back to the 8-bit, 16-bit days. I like that, but I'm looking forward to that game and playing a bit of it, but obviously I won't be playing it. My wife will fully take that game off me. Now, this was a moment that I've been expecting, I've been waiting for. It was nearly one of the first Nintendo Switch games that was ever announced in Japan, and I heard that little music and I'm like, wait a second, what is that? And yes, Dragon Quest XI officially shown for the first time on the Nintendo Switch. And how was it? It looked really good on the Nintendo Switch. I was really happy to see that. They also said that you can do the original music and newer music, and that also they had the Japanese voice and English voice in there. So that should please everyone. I'm just having a look at my notes if there's anything else. Oh yes, this was a huge deal. At first I'm like, am I really seeing this? Because remember, it was originally going to come over here on the 3DS, and it never did. A port of it, a 2D port overhead, where it looks like that has made it into the Nintendo Switch version. So you can play in 3D or in 2D. And you know, this is going to sound funny because I finished the game on the PS4 and all the other content after the game is finished in 3D. I'm going to play the 2D version. That's a really interesting way to take a new perspective on it. But I was very excited to see Dragon Quest XI, the definitive edition, they're calling it, out for the Nintendo Switch. And that is huge. That's coming in fall. So great stuff for Dragon Quest fans. I'm really thrilled about that. Starlink is getting an update with some more Star Fox characters in April. Some more stuff to do with them. Rune Factory 4 remastered. They also announced Rune Factory 5. To be honest with you, I've never really followed Rune Factory, and I was checking it out, and I was like, this looks pretty fun. I like the kind of the action combat of it, and it looked like a kind of game that I would get into, and I was like, why have I never played this game before? There's always so many games, but that's one I will be on the lookout for in the future. Square Enix kind of came out of nowhere with an action RPG on the Nintendo Switch, and that is Oninaka. And I was like, what is this? And I like the graphics of it. I thought it looked fascinating. And, you know, they've been releasing a lot of smaller RPGs, you know, not like AAA games. And some of these have been amazing, like Octopath Traveler was amazing. And Lost Sphere was pretty good as well. And this new game looks interesting. I just saw a little bit. I can't make a full idea of what I think right now. I'll have to see the game a little bit later on. Yoshi Crafted World is coming out in March. I think it looks like a pretty game. It looks like a nice looking game. I don't think it's a game that I'll really be playing, but I think it's for people who've been looking forward to it. I think it looks pretty good. The big game that I was waiting for, and this Nintendo Direct was all about this, and that is Fire Emblem Three Houses. And they kind of showed the 3 different countries and a monastery in between, and everybody's training there, and then there's going to be conflict. What did I think? I think it's really cool to see a Fire Emblem on a console again. We haven't seen one since the GameCube era, so this is really nice. Obviously, we've gotten Fire Emblem on the Wii and stuff like that, but to see it in high definition now looks pretty good. The combat looks all right. I'll have to see a little bit more to make my mind up. The one thing I do want to say about the game, the character designs are awesome. I really like them. And I also really enjoyed the anime cutscenes. I thought it really had a kind of realistic style to it that I really like. And I often say that I like anime cutscenes and characters, but I really was taken back by these character designs. I was like, oh, these look good. I was really happy about that. So that is coming out July 26th. So thrilled to see that happen. Love me some Fire Emblem for sure. And Damon Ex Machina. The interesting thing about this game is people were wondering why I never talked about it before. I don't know why I never did. I thought it looked interesting in the beginnings. I was like, okay, some mecha kind of action game, kind of like Border Break. I like it. I thought it was really cool. I want to see more of it, where I guess I can see more of it today because there's a demo available for free on the eShop. I love stuff like that. I will download that out and try it later on and make up my mind about it because it seems that the game is really got an unusual art style, and I've got to get in there and see what it is and how it plays. I couldn't really make up my mind before, but I think I can do that now playing the demo. What else? What else we got? Mortal Kombat they showed. Mortal Kombat 11, that looked pretty good. Assassin's Creed 3 remastered, that's May 21st. Final Fantasy VII. This must be the 55th time I bought this game for another system, and I will get it for the Nintendo Switch. That's coming in March 26th. Chocobo's Mysterious Dungeon they showed as well. And Final Fantasy IX, one of my favorites and my wife's favorites as well, is out today. If you've never played Final Fantasy IX, small tier, hey, even Final Fantasy VII, small tier again, you gotta play these games. They're absolute classics of the Final Fantasy series. Now, it was getting to near the end, and I'm like, what are they gonna drop? They're gonna drop Animal Crossing, they're gonna drop this, they're gonna drop that, where they showed some things that I didn't even know what they were. I was like, what is this? And I kind of am a person that knows my anime and manga and stuff like that. So I'm like, what is this? They started showing this like, big kind of anime style police game with mecha suits and stuff like that. And I'm like, this sure looks interesting, but what is it? And it's Astral Chain by Platinum. As soon as I see the word or even the letter P and I know it's by Platinum, I'm like, quality. I can't wait. So this looks like an exclusive that they've been working on for a while, and they finally unveiled it. I really didn't know what to think. I was like, what is this game about? It's so different and unusual, and I really like the designs, and I thought it was kind of interesting. And I really trust Platinum, so I look forward to hearing more about the game in the future. I gotta go and watch the trailer a few more times to really take it in. Bayonetta 3. What did they say? They said they're working on it. We'll come back in the future and talk about it. I was like, okay, that's fine. That game's been in development for a while as well. And then, all of a sudden, it's just so funny. Because I was sitting here by myself and I'm like, oh my God, is that Link? I started sounding like a Valley Girl because they started showing a new trailer and it's Link's Awakening, The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. It's coming in 2019. It's a remastering of the 1993 Game Boy game. And I'm like, what is going on here? There was some rumors about this one. And I was watching it and I was like, geez, what do I think about this? These graphics are so kind of like cartoony and super deformed. And I just stood there and I was like, I love this. I think this is great. Any new Zelda game I always get excited about, but such an old classic Game Boy game getting a remastered treatment today, I always applaud things like that for sure. So that brought us to the end of the Nintendo Direct. Color me surprised. Color a lot of people surprised. I think everybody wanted a lot more. Even for myself, I was expecting, I swear to God, I thought we were getting Luigi's Mansion. I thought they were going to show something like that. I think they'll probably wait till E3 and then drop that game in October. Wouldn't that be amazing for Halloween? But no Animal Crossing and no Pokemon game. I was like, what? They're saving those ones. They're saving those for E3. A Nintendo Direct E3 time. I swear to God, that's what's going to happen. So, yeah, the Metroid Prime Trilogy, we've all been believing that one. And obviously another Nintendo Direct, no Star Tropics, no Mother. This is going to be the way it's going to be for the rest of our lives, folks. We're never going to get Star Tropics. We're never going to get another Earthbound Mother game. I've come to that conclusion. I'm sad by it, but after so many Nintendo Directs, I just realized that they just, especially after the rumors came out about Mother 3, how they were working on it, which I'd heard rumors about that. I did an episode about that a long time ago, and everybody's like, no, you're out of your mind. And I was like, no, this is what I was hearing. And it turned out that they thought the game might have some sensitive things in it that would upset people or bother people. That is the rumor anyways. And I was just like, come on, really? I know there were some characters that do drugs in the game later on, but so what? No big deal, man. Anyways, what did I think of the Nintendo Direct? I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was okay, and I can see why they're pacing out their announcements, and they're holding back some of the games like Luigi's Mansion and things like that. They need stuff to show at E3. Pokemon's going to be the big E3 game. You know that to be true. And that'll be like a November, December launch with Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion just before that. I think that's going to be this year in a nutshell. But I looking at Fire Emblem, I was really happy. Dragon Quest, for anybody who hasn't played Dragon Quest 11, they haven't played it on, the PS4 or anything like that. It's coming on the Nintendo Switch. It's a game that you should definitely try out. I had a good time with this Nintendo Direct. I wasn't let down. Did I expect more? Yes. Do I understand why more things weren't announced? Absolutely. So anyways, guys, until next time.